She has been a church volunteer for most of her life. Doris worked to incorporate ski packages at Marble Mountain as a regular component of physical education for children in the area. Her commitment to children and physical activities included serving as the secretary, treasurer, and coach for the Humber Valley Speed Skating Club, leading the club to participate in 3 Canada Winter Games. Doris has also been a founder and leader for community groups throughout the Corner Brook area, including serving on the executive of the Scottish Heritage Society, initiating a writing group, and serving on the organizing committee for the Western Newfoundland Heritage Fair.
Excellent. Well, congratulations, Doris. Well-deserved distinction. Thank you, Deputy Mayor.
Thank you.
As well, just before, I guess, our meeting this evening, we're very pleased to receive an honor from the World Council on City Data. So we had a presentation from Dr. Patricia McCarney from the World Council on City Data and MP Goody Hutchings. The City of Corner Brook is joining 30 Canadian cities and almost 100 globally. We are very honored to receive this important recognition. And what it means is we are a data-driven community. We have, I guess, completed a significant amount of research, and we collect a significant amount of data here in the city, and we're ready to put it to use. So we do receive an ISO certification as part of this, and join a very exclusive club worldwide. So more news on this to come. There'll be some information, and I think we have a video of the ceremony as well as some background information coming in the coming days. So look forward to that. But it's a very important distinction. I'd like to congratulate staff in particular for working with the WCCD team and getting that done, because it's very impressive. Next, Councillor Staben, we have the Recreation Centre, the owner's advisor contract.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I guess the issue at hand for Council tonight is that the City of Corner Brook issued a request for a proposal for owner's advisor services as it relates to the Corner Brook Recreation Centre project. Some background on this, Mr. Mayor and Council. It is important to have an experienced team of professionals to assist the City with the design-build project for the Recreation Centre to ensure the project is completed on time and on budget. 2 proposals were submitted to the City on September the 17th, 2020. The Owner's Advisor Selection Committee, consisting of representatives from the City, the province, and the Grenfell campus of Mont. This is responsible for reviewing and evaluating submissions in order to make a recommendation to Council. So the recommendation is, Mr. Mayor, the Selection Committee has reviewed and evaluated the proposals based on the criteria set out in the ARP document, and has come to a consensus that the project should be awarded to the team of SNC Lavalin and DSRA Architects for the costs of $524,578. As such, it is recommended the following resolution be considered by this Council. Be it resolved that the City of Corner Brook award the Owner's Advisor Services contract to the development of the Corner Brook Recreational Centre to SNC Lavalin / DSRA Architects for the estimated cost of $524,524.78 HST included. So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much. Would someone like to second that motion?
I'll second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Deputy. Questions on this item? Yes, go ahead,
Mr.
Councillor.
Mayor, notes in the preamble that there were 2 for, just for the general public's information. Who was the second company that submitted a proposal?
Wood Engineering was the, yep.
And Mr. Mayor, again, if I can, just for the general public, that in this type of a scenario, the lowest tender is not necessarily the preferred tender. Can we have just a little bit of information, I guess, about the process in terms of how it unfolded and some of the criteria that were built into it from an evaluation perspective?
Okay. If you would, Darren, please. Just for the information, I guess, of our the people watching at home, Mr. Charters is taking Councillor Buckle's seat tonight. Councillor Buckle has had some surgery today, so I think he passes on his regrets. Go ahead, Darren, please.
Sure. This has been a long process. We worked very closely with Department of Municipal Affairs to make sure we got this right. They've recently done a similar project in Happy Valley Goose Bay, so we relied heavily on them. There's a lot of technical scoring criteria. It goes from experience building similar buildings in the province or the country. They had great experience, had a really good team with a lot of experience as well. So there's a long list of technical criteria that we scored both proponents on. This proponent scored higher. As you said, not necessarily the lowest bid, but the best proposal overall. So we are very pleased with the consultant team that was put together, and we're very confident that we can get this project done on time and on budget, most importantly.
Okay. Any other questions?
Thanks, Mr. Mayor.
That's good. Any other questions?
If I could add to that, the team that evaluated this RFP, this proposal, was a multifaceted team that, comprised of city officials from Renville, and obviously from Ontario. They all scored in a similar fashion.
Excellent. Okay.
And I guess, Mr. Mayor, at the end of the day, that's a fair chunk of money, so we have to make sure that it's done properly. And I think that amount should make sure that we're on the right track.
Yeah. And I guess for the benefit of, again, those at home, this project is a little different than many projects the city does. It is what's called a design build. And what that means is this process is for choosing a consultant to be, I guess, our advocate in the process, to be the city's eyes and ears, and help us develop contracts going forward with the builder and ensure, I guess, that the facility is built to our liking and to a standard that we expect. So this is essentially hiring our consultants to work on the project. Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah, one point, it was mentioned twice this evening, it was written in the preamble. Mr. Charters referenced it, the four words that keep coming out on every contract we talk about in public, and on time and on budget. On time and on budget, which is referenced there, references the work that SNC Lavalin is going to do now for the on time on budget, or the overseeing of the entire project once the holes are dug in the ground. What's the on time, on budget reference here tonight by SNC Lavalin?
Through you, Mr. Mayor, it's the entire project. This team has a lot of experience, and the design build is intended to help us get on build things a little quicker and on budget. But yeah, the reference is to the entire project, from the award of the contract tonight to the opening of the facility.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions?
Just a quick, okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'm looking at here, it says technical 2020 to 2022, so are we looking at 2022 as being the final, ready to swim in the pool? Get your floaties out, let's go.
The schedule we have is for around Christmas of 2022. However, that's a guideline at this point. I would love to have the facility open. Department of Municipal Affairs helped us with that timeline, and they feel it's possible as well. So that's our target right now, but I can't guarantee anything this early in the process. But Christmas 2022 is kind of our target at this point.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Call the question. All those in favor of awarding the contract to SNC Lavalin DSRA, say aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Thank you, Mr. Charters. I think you're free for a while anyway. Next, we have audit services, an RFP as well. Councillor Granter, would you tell us about this, please?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As per the City of Corner Brook Act, the Corner Brook City Council is required to appoint an auditor to audit the city's annual financial statements and annual expenditure report for federal gas tax funding. The city issued a request for proposals on August 17, 2020, and there were 5 RFP packages requested. There was only one submission received, and it was from BDO Canada LLP. BDO has been our auditors for the past 5 years and have submitted a high-quality proposal for continuing this work. The annual price that they have submitted is $36,000 plus HST per year, with $1,000 annual increases for 2021 to 2024. Mr. Mayor, be it resolved that the Council of the City of Corner Brook appoint BDO Canada LLP as the City of Corner Brook auditor for the 5-year period starting with the 2020 audit. So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very
Second that,
much.
Mr. Mayor.
Seconded. Any questions on this item? Pretty standard one. We've got to have an auditor, right, Dale?
Absolutely.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, go ahead.
is that price the same or similar, or is it higher than last time?
That price is $1,000 more for the 2020 audit than what we've paid per year for under the last agreement, so it's just a marginal increase.
So they're proposing a consistent price increase for the following years.
$1,000 a year, yes.
Okay, every year for 4 years,
Yes, for the 5-year term.
5 years, okay. Yeah.
Okay, any other questions there? Okay. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Next, Councillor Carey, would you please tell us about a live fire training facility project?
Mayor, the Corner Brook Fire Department has never had its own live fire training facility. To accomplish such training, the Corner Brook Fire Department has had to rely on the resources from the Marine Institute in Stephenville. To avail of these resources, the Corner Brook Fire Department will schedule training outside Marine Institute's prime time training schedule. This often results in our training having to occur in less favorable climatic conditions and operational conditions. There is also a financial cost associated with the retail of their facility and added overtime costs as a result of the travel to Stephenville. For the past 2 years, the City of Corner Brook has trained at Western Fire Training Ground Committee to the research building and the fire department ground to utilize by the various fire departments on the west coast of Newfoundland. Mr. Mayor, that's a tongue twister. It is recommended that the City of Corner Brook authorize $50,000 funding to construct a module training facility in Corner Brook utilizing shipping containers in its design. Being able to access their own training facility will enable the Corner Brook Fire Department to better manage training alongside its operations. In the long term, it is expected training costs would decrease and training would be more reasonable, thereby better equipped our firefighters to completely and effectively respond to our community's structured fires. Therefore, be it resolved that pursuant to the powers vested in it by virtue of Section 96 and Section 215 of the City of Corner Brook Act 1990, the Council of the City of Corner Brook hereby approves the Director of Protective Services proceed with the construction of a modular live fire training structure for the Corner Brook Fire Department. I so move, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much. Would someone like to second that?
Second that.
Thank you. Questions on this item?
One question, Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead.
Just for the point of the viewing and listening audience, the $50,000 cost to construct that facility, it's a payback to the city over, if we recall from our meetings, of 5 or 6 years. You want to confirm the time that it would be for the payback to the city?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, the payback point on this project be within 5 years.
Okay. Yep. Any other questions?
I have one. When did we start sending our guys to Stephenville for training?
Well, you've been doing it the last 2 or 3 years since I've been here.
Okay. So we don't use the fire and emergency anymore?
sorry, the
We don't use fire and emergency anymore?
fire and emergency.
Deer Lake.
Deer Lake, no, not for structure or fire training. We use MI for their facility, not the actual training itself.
How often do we send guys up there?
On an annual basis is what we try. We didn't this year because of COVID.
So are we going to be responsible for the upkeep and maintenance and everything on this building?
We will. It's a very minimal structure, I might add, but it is our structure, so we will be responsible for its care.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor, I'm going to say I won't be supporting this. I'm not going to get into, views when it comes to that because I really don't think this is the place for it. I see this as a good thing, but I just see there's so much in front of it. I think our public works building is pretty well gone. I think we need some other equipment around town that to me, it's in front of this. And as good as this is, I won't be supporting it.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Yes, Councilor
Just
Kerry.
a comment as well, Mr. Mayor. It's equally important to note that this facility will also be available to other communities within the Western region if they choose to train. At the committee stage, there was discussion around, reaching out to other communities to see if they wanted to use the facility, and I'm sure that Mr. Flynn will certainly do that. And it will also help, with their costs in terms of training.
That's
Okay.
correct, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Any other questions? Yes, go ahead.
So if other communities use it, will they be paying us, or will we just let them do it for free as a?
No, we will be charging a rental fee. We haven't determined what that would be
Okay.
yet until we determine our costs and the lifespan of the project.
Okay.
So who will be providing the instruction?
Instruction to our fire department
To
will be
everyone.
our training officer.
To everybody, like if kayakers or they want to?
They all have their own training officers or they use FES.
I think, Mr. Mayor, just for the record, if anybody uses training facilities now in Stephenville, everybody has to pay, correct?
That's correct.
Right. So whether they use Stephenville or ours, they will still have to pay regardless.
That's correct. As far as I know, I don't know their business as such, but as far as I know,
That's
we
a
do
point.
pay.
That's a point that
Yeah.
really stands out.
Okay. Councilor Chason?
And region, where would we be looking at offering it? Like how far east would we go, how far west?
Mr. Flynn?
During our discussions with our committee, Western Regional Committee, it was as far as Port aux Basques and as far west as Port aux Basques, as far as east as Springdale.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor, this is one final comment. I'll support the motion because if it makes it safer for our firefighters, it makes it more easily accessible to our own firefighters in the city of Corner Brook, and it ultimately makes it safer for the residents of our city, then I know there are other facilities in the city that are owned by the city that may need some repairs. This $50,000 is a sum of money, but it's not a lot of money when you look at infrastructure. And because it's a safety issue, and for the most part making it safer for residents and for our firefighters, for the training to do it here in Corner Brook, I'll support the motion as tabled.
Okay.
See, Mr. Mayor, this is where I'm going with this. I'm not against safety for firefighters. I did it for 32 years. I'm not against that. But I see our department going in a different direction. I see our department going in suppression mode. Everything's suppression mode. Right? And whereas my way of thinking was, don't take them through the window, let them go through the door. Early detection, that kind of thing, promotion, how to do things right so that you don't have the big fire. And I'm not seeing that, I'm not hearing that.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Any other comments, questions? Okay, let's vote. All in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye. Counterminded? Okay, carried. Next, we have a Civic Center update. Councillor Chason, would you please let us know what's going on there?
Good news, Mr. Mayor, good news. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Due to COVID-19, many of the programs at the Civic Center have been postponed. However, the Civic Center is moving back to a more regular programming. The following is an update on the programs at the Civic Center that will be resuming. Both ice surfaces are now operating. Figure skating has started. Minor hockey started on September the 28th. Speed skating will start on October the 13th. Broomball will start October 19th. Volleyball tournaments will occur on October the 3rd.
Next weekend.
Regular gymnasium programs will start October the 5th. And I guess the one that a lot of people are asking about, the walking track will be open on October the 18th. But there will be limited hours and the details will follow. The City of Cornwall would like to thank residents for their patience during this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions about this item?
Just a comment, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, go ahead.
Most people in Cornwall think the building is still closed, and what we're saying here tonight, that it's not really. There's a lot of things happening. So can we get the word out that the building is open for business under COVID restrictions?
Absolutely, and I think that's the thing here, just to remind everyone. It's been a learning curve for all of us, of course, throughout this whole process. We did make a commitment early on as a cost-saving measure and as a safety measure as well that we were going to close the Civic Center completely until the beginning of October. But again, after things changed a little and taking some measures putting some measures in place and working on our financials, we were able to do some, I guess, revenue-generating activity around hockey camps and figure skating, that sort of thing. And now, of course, we're doing what we can to facilitate things like minor hockey and figure skating to get their programming back in order. Things that are more difficult, of course, are things like the walking track, because, of course, that's something that there is no organized group that handles. And we know it's important to the community, and I know our staff have been working hard and working with the CMO to try and figure out the best way to make that happen in a very safe way. But we've heard it loud and clear, I guess, around this chamber and via our residents as well, that that's something that they're looking forward to. So again, good to hear that things are moving back into, I guess, a new kind of normal.
Can I say another word, Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, absolutely.
Councillor Chason read out the statement and said limited hours. So it's absolutely imperative that people in Cormac know what those limited hours are before we open that place on October the 18th.
Yeah, and I would assume, City Manager, that there will be details to come in the following days with more specifics around those kind of things.
Mr. Mayor, if I could make just one point, sorry, Councillor Chason?
Go ahead.
You want to wait?
Well, how about this? I'll decide.
No, you decide.
I'm the chair. Eeny, meeny, miny. No, okay. Go ahead, Councillor Granger.
Yeah, I asked some questions a few days ago outside of the meeting, and I looked down through the list of activities that have started and those that will open up in the next little while. Keeping in mind the COVID restrictions, I don't see anywhere on the list that was read out by Councillor Chason that the general skating that took place in previous years. So will general skating be open up this year, or will it not be? Because I don't see it on the list.
And I don't know if there's any specific information. As I understand, that there is plans to sort of figure out ways to do those activities. I think these were just ones that have already had plans in place. But I would imagine that, again, like the track and things like that, that's something that requires a little more, is a little more difficult because we don't have an organized group, I guess, taking the reins on that and organizing that activity.
And a follow-up to that, Mr. Mayor, and I know it's probably a little different than this. Have we, during these COVID times, have we given any consideration, or will we give some consideration in the weeks ahead before winter to look at a potential of some outdoor skating facility, rink, surface, flooding in a particular area? I know we did it a couple of years ago on the urban pitch. Some, that went well, but there were some issues in the long run with it. But, we tried it in the city a few years back in Margaret Water Park, I believe. I know other towns are doing it. It's important that we get people out actively involved. I know we have the Civic Center, but I'll just throw that out here if there's any chance that we might even at least review it for this coming winter and do it early enough such that if we're going to put any plans in place, that we can put something in place.
Yeah,
I just throw that out there as a thought.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, can I, just another good news story, Mr.
Oh, wait,
Mayor.
no, wait, no, whoa, 1 second now.
Oh, I'm
We got
sorry.
No, I'm Mo. I guess I read through volleyball tournament will start on October the 3rd. Obviously,
It
that
did, sir,
happened,
yeah.
but I really don't know how, I guess, using our restrictions, how volleyball could have had a tournament here on the weekend.
And again, I'm not up on the COVID restrictions, but I would assume that they would have to go through the CMO's office and get their specific approvals. Yes,
Mr. Mayor, all of the sport bodies have a governing association. Each of the governing associations have met, is my understanding, with the CMO. They have had to put forward, I guess, their particular action plan to do things like figure skating or hold provincial tournaments. And their provincial bodies would have sanctioned those criteria in consultation with the CMO, and I guess that's why you're seeing some of these activities now occur. Probably would have went through the Provincial Hockey Association or the Provincial Volleyball Association, and I guess that's just my limited knowledge and coming from the sport and rec in my career, as well as, I guess, listening to what was going on with this recently. I guess what was going on with this recently publicly is that their provincial associations had to sign on.
absolutely. Hey, Councillor Staven?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Now, you already told us you have good news.
Sorry I butted in. No, I think we talked about the Civic Centre, and right next door to the Civic Centre we have the curling club. And I understand that the ice was being started to be laid last Thursday or Friday, and it's almost finished there now for, for usage. Speaking to Gary Oak today, I think they have between 80 and 100 people have committed to
Excellent.
sign up for curling. And I think they were reminded that COVID still lurks, and once you sign up, there are no refunds. So, hopefully the next wave of COVID will pass us by so that we can maximize our facilities, whether it's the curling club or the civic centre. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Well, thank you for that. That's definitely some good news. Yes,
Yeah,
Deputy Mayor.
I was getting a lot of calls, especially with the hockey different camps that went on, and where spectators weren't allowed in. And we kind of took the heat for that. And I explained to the people at Colorado that, that we weren't saying no one could come in, that it appeared that whoever was putting off the camp decided that, we can save some money by not allowing spectators, because that's an area that we won't have to sanitize when it's all done. I don't know if there's anybody here that can answer this, but I'm just wondering for minor hockey during the winter, like I love to go watch my grandson play hockey, so if there's nobody knows, are we going to allow spectators back in? Or are we going to limit it to one? Or
Yeah.
If nobody knows that, can we find out?
Right now, each group, I guess, is treating it, making the decision by themselves, I guess, each group, how they want to handle spectators. So I know for minor hockey, they're allowing one parent or guardian per player to be into the rink to watch their son or daughter or
So is that minor hockey, or is that the...
That's Cornwall Minor Hockey, because it's up to the individual groups to enforce the contact tracing and monitoring all the bodies that are coming in through the doors to ensure that they are not exceeding the numbers that are required there.
Yeah.
So Cornwall Minor Hockey is allowing one parent per child. Different groups have different rules. I believe figure skating is not allowing parents in.
Okay, well, that kind of changes, because I was told that based on sanitizing, we have a group there, then just spread out, we got to clean more, like that.
Yeah, and
You're
I guess-
not tracing, that's the difference, yeah.
For the summer with the camps, it was different now than with regular programming ongoing. Now there's, Cornwall Minor Hockey Association is there. They have their process in place. They all had to be approved by the Hockey NL, the process and whatnot, so.
So it goes beyond, I guess what I'm asking here, trying to settle, is that this goes beyond not letting people come in because of cost of sanitizing. This is about people, what's the word I'm looking for? Track.
So, there's logistics and manpower, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are still restrictions on the number of bodies that are allowed in the building at a time, so that's one of the key requirements, as well as contact tracing for people that are coming in through the doors.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know, everyone's eager to get back, but it takes a while, so. Okay, and no other questions there? Well, we'll move on. We have one more piece of business, our annual duty. In accordance, I guess, with the City of Corner Brook Act, we have to conduct an election for the deputy mayor. So, in accordance with Section 28, I'd like to call for nominations for the position of deputy mayor. Someone like to make a nomination?
So moved, Mr. Mayor. Nominate Bill Griffin.
Thank you. Any other nominations? One time? Two times? Three times? Closed. So by acclamation, congratulations, Deputy Mayor. Once again, you're Deputy Mayor. You get elected 4 times. Wow. In one term. Thank you all very much.
Can I add something?
Oh, yes, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I got 2 things, actually. Do I have
Oh,
to?
okay, we'll
Yeah.
see how the first one goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Today's World Teacher Day.
Ah.
I thought you were going to do it, actually.
we were going to do it.
October the 5th is always celebrated, and I guess this year, I would like to send out congratulations to all the teachers who took it upon themselves to fit into, I guess, a square peg in a round hole with the COVID restrictions and everything else. And you still see them going through the schools smiling and doing the most what they can do for the children. So I'd like to say congratulations to all the teachers and administrators out there on this October the 5th World Teacher Day.
Absolutely.
Now, yesterday I had the privilege of attending the ceremony on the Majestic Lawn for missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. Very, very emotional. It was amazing to be there, and I would like to say thank you to the invitation that I received from the Halifax to attend that. So really, really good, and certainly very sad.
Absolutely. And again, we look forward, of course, to the commemoration circle.
That was going to be finished.
That is
That was
going to be,
finished.
that's right, it's going to be constructed, it is being constructed right now. They're on the Majestic Lawn, and again, that's something, that's with our cooperation, but again, another wonderful initiative by the Halibu First Nation Band, so.
They certainly thanked the City of Corner Brook yesterday and all the work and, I guess, cooperation that they've had on that project. So anyway,
Excellent.
we were mentioned.
Excellent. Thank you, Councillor. That is indeed good news.
Yes.
So with that, I will declare this meeting adjourned. Thank you all.
Thank